This is almost Donald Trump, okay? I love the almost 30-minute quiz show. Tremendous show. David and Mark are really fantastic. I've known them a long time. Terrific guys. Find them on all trusted podcast providers, not fake news providers. So don't be a loser, okay? Subscribe now and make podcasting great again, okay?
Welcome home, welcome home.
We're back after an amazing COVID staycation.
But we celebrate our return with the usual mix of topical satire and outrageous mirth.
We'll flush out all the toilet humour we can find, and David will go parrot on us.
Pretty fucking Polly!
So pour an extra long drink to help you survive the return of the almost 30-minute quiz show.
Polly wants a fucking cracker!
How's it going? Welcome back, mate.
It's really interesting. So obviously we've been sitting here talking to each other, preparing this for the last few minutes. But you know when you hear on podcasts and in the radio and telly, people say, "Hi, how's it going?" And you know that they know each other and have shaken hands before. It really is like...
I still haven't shaken hands with you.
I know. I want to give you like a kiss or a hug or something.
Some point next year, we're going to go on holiday and, I was going to say and touch each other, but I'll rephrase that one.
We have been known to share a bed.
No, don't go there. That was for you and me, and maybe to let your wife know, but really... wine.
Yes, we've got... Okay, should we do an ad? Oh, I don't have it. It's a French Chablis.
I prefer to have a semi-on.
Oh, I bet you do. Yes. Things haven't changed. Cheers. Oh, we should clink fingers.
Oh, is that touching? From 2 metres away, I'm not sure I can reach you. There we go.
Right.
Got long arms. Oh, that's all right, actually.
All right.
I'll put it on my chips later.
So, what have you been up to for the last 8 weeks?
Well, I've been working on some lovely media projects with my good friend David. I don't know if you've met him.
No.
No? Okay.
Oh, for those of you who don't know, this is Mark.
Hi. And this is David.
Hi.
For those of you listening for the first time who accidentally stumbled across us while looking for porn. I did find somewhere at the back of Facebook with my adverts. I found the ones that have been rejected now and with the reasoning.
So
that weatherman with the cloud-shaped penis in his mouth.
So you were talking about a media project. We're not giving any clues away yet.
No, because we don't know whether it will sink or swim, but we've been working on other things, which is one of the reasons we took a break.
Mm-hmm.
And the other reason we took a break is because it was summer and we went away on our holidays.
To nowhere.
No, I got 2 days away in a cottage somewhere, which was great. I had a swimming pool and a pool table. It was really nice.
I've been nowhere.
Literally nowhere.
But
not even for a day.
I've been to work.
You've not been on a day trip somewhere?
I've been like an hour's drive just to breathe.
Didn't you take one of the family members on a wave goodbye trip up north somewhere?
Do you know what? You're right. You remember more of this stuff than I do. Yeah,
I've been going through your Facebook page.
Yeah, you're a stalker.
I am a bit.
The original stalker. A lot has happened in the world while we've been away, not just COVID related. We're going to look at some of those things during the course of today's show.
Summer was almost like a return to normality briefly. We'll talk again, like I say, we'll talk about it a bit more, but summer actually felt a little bit like summer. A strange one because you couldn't go away anywhere, but we were free, away from our homes, wandering. Nice.
You think about it, in the UK, pubs were open before they were closed. Yeah. In Ireland, interestingly, which has a very strong pub culture, all the pubs are closed.
Yeah. And in America, it sort of really opened up because I think they've just given up.
Well, they're not getting necessarily the right or the stay-at-home messages from the people in charge.
I am an empty nester now. I have no children at home.
That changed.
Yeah, that changed. So DIY projects around the house. I'm going to start at some point.
What, doing them?
Yeah, at the moment I'm still like the idea of phoning someone up and saying, can you fix this or build this?
I seem to remember you said you were painting something at some point. You actually started.
Oh yeah, a bathroom ceiling.
Okay, how's it doing? Has it peeled yet?
No, it's a nice job.
Okay, well done.
And no mould.
Cool. Well, we'll get on to bathrooms a little bit later, as we promised in the intro. But for now, let's do the questions. For those of you who are new to us or have forgotten, we're going to pose 5 questions, if we can count that many. If you want to, after you've heard the questions, pause the cassette player or whatever it is that you're listening on.
The LP.
Try to answer them yourselves, and then we'll have a go at answering them in our own inimitable way. So take it away, Mark.
Question number 1. Name the 5 countries with the most COVID deaths in 2020. I thought I'd start on a cheery note.
Question 2. Which political leader has this week won a landslide victory with 49% of her country's vote?
Question 3. What single letter is the name of the punk band founded by guitarist Billy Zoom?
Number 4. Who plays the complaints manager in the classic Monty Python complaints room sketch?
And question 5. Hanoi is the capital of which country?
Pretty fucking Polly. Polly wants a cracker.
This episode of the Almost 30-Minute Quiz Show is brought to you by Story Slam, the award-winning storytelling game for the whole family. We guarantee you'll love it. Story Slam. Find us on Amazon.com.
If you'd like to advertise on the Almost 30-Minute Quiz Show, please email us at almost30quiz@gmail.com. That's almost30quiz, spelling 30 THIRTY, quiz@gmail.com. Great introductory rates are available now. Question number 1 of our fun-filled quiz. Name the 5 countries with the most COVID-19 deaths in 2020.
United States.
Correct.
India.
Correct. The United States has 226,000. India has 116,000.
Italy.
Is incorrect. They are number 6.
Spain.
Is incorrect. They're number 7.
UK.
Is correct. Number 5 with only 43,000 only.
I'll say China, but I reckon it's not.
No one died in China, apparently.
Yeah, right.
I'm looking down the list. I still haven't found China. China are number 33 on the list with 4,600.
Sweden.
Sweden, no. Sweden, who had that wonderful idea of not wearing masks, and everybody for a few weeks was going, look, the Swedes have done it right. Now in the middle of their second wave.
Heard it on the grapevine. So how many have we done? 3. We've got 3. Lord. It's got to be places with big population.
Reasonably.
Give me a clue.
And possibly nutty leaders.
I was going to say Brazil. My next one was going to be Brazil.
Correct.
Okay, where are they?
They are number 2 with 154,000 and potentially could catch the United States.
Wow, in absolute numbers. Wow.
Yeah, Brazil has fallen off a cliff.
What's the population in Brazil?
213 million.
Wow.
So less than the United States.
Yeah, considerably. 2/3 of the United States population. Okay, and the last one, gives a clue?
Has a population of 129 million.
Bangladesh.
And is a Spanish-speaking country.
So it's got to be somewhere in South America. Mexico.
Mexico, 86,000.
Brilliant.
Well, brilliant apart from,
No, I mean, it's like brilliant guessing. It's a good game.
Since we've been away, I think we're now on to 1.1 million deaths worldwide, which is quite an alarming number.
What was the 2 million number? Was that just people who had it in America?
Possibly. Well, no. Number of positive cases in America, 8.5 million. And there was an argument, test less, and then it won't be an issue. But for the 200,000 dead people, I think the lack of testing.
Statistics and damn lies, or whatever they say.
The country with the most deaths per million of the population.
Israel?
No. Israel actually has quite a low death rate, given how badly they've managed theirs. I think we're the first country into second lockdown.
Yeah, and they had a very high per capita rate of corona.
Yeah.
The highest number per capita.
Yeah.
Liechtenstein.
Close. San Marino.
Okay.
But of proper-sized countries...
You don't count San Marino.
Peru. Peru have had 33,000 deaths.
What, per 100?
No. 33,000 deaths in total, which is roughly 1,000 per million. So 1 in 1,000 people in Peru have died, which is a lot of people.
It's like crop rotation. Every 7 years you burn your population and start again.
Yeah, so take the ashes, put them on the crops, and it's not all good news. There are some sort of interesting stories out there as well.
Go on.
Shall I tell you this one? Obviously, we're now 6-7 months into it. We're getting used to being socially distanced. We have a nice table between us, and in theory, there is a vaccine out there.
In theory.
Well, there is one in Russia,
right?
But I don't see the numbers going down in Russia. But a couple of the companies are in production of the vaccine. They're just going to test it and then roll it out.
Was that your funny story?
No, just where we are. My funny story was a social distancing story from Salford in Manchester, England.
From where?
Salford.
Salford.
I don't know. I'm from London.
Bloody
I don't
southern.
know. Salford, the sort of murder capital of Manchester. Sorry, people of Salford. I'm sure it's lovely. Of a man who found a unique way to keep 2 meters from people on the bus. he didn't wear a mask, despite that being the law. What did he do? He put a python round his neck.
What, a hissing python?
A live, massive, 12-foot snake around his neck.
Did it work?
I don't think anybody went anywhere near him whatsoever.
So, I'm sure you'll guess. What is the name of the neighbourhood, burb, in the United States that has the highest infection rate of corona?
Trumpton.
Very good, not far off. Actually, it is Corona.
Obviously.
In Queens, New York, with 51% of those people being tested having been found guilty.
So that's what I like about COVID-19. It has a sense of humour. I remember we mentioned this last time. The first scorer of a goal back for Portuguese football was called Jesus Corona.
Absolutely. If you look for these things, you're going to find them. We've probably got time very quickly for one more.
Yeah, talking of football, Corona has had its victims, and the saddest story I read over the summer was the demise of Arsenal's mascot, Gunnosaurus Rex. I don't know what the guy's name was, but he'd been wearing this outfit and on the pay of Arsenal for 27 years. But because there are no crowds at football, Arsenal have run out of money to pay poor Gunnosaurus Rex. But he did get an offer from Seville during the transfer market for a free transfer. So there is a job opportunity for him in Spain, and one of the Arsenal players who can't get a game has offered to pay his salary.
Oh, that's really nice. I think we should go to the next break with the following song from my childhood. We had joy, we had fun, we had Arsenal on the run, but the fun didn't last because the bastards run too fast.
Oh, that's bloody hilarious.
Philip, what's so funny?
The almost 30-minute quiz show. Listen, Lizzie.
You're right. That's freaking awesome. Subscribe today.
Yeah.
Question number 2. Which political leader has this week won
Winston Churchill. It's always the answer, Winston Churchill.
Has won a landslide victory with 49% of her country's vote?
Winstoner Churchill. Oh.
Come on, you know the answer.
How many women
leaders?
leaders are there?
Mrs. Thatcher, Mrs. Merkel. When is Merkel leaving office?
Mrs. Merton. Last year, wasn't it?
I don't know. Isn't she still in?
I think she decided to stay in the end because she didn't like giving up on... Why are you giving me the finger?
Because of Corona?
No, I just think she likes power and all the trappings that come with it. It's the lady in New Zealand with the teeth.
Do you know her name? Be nice. Do you know her name?
Jacinda.
Jacinda Kate Laurel Arden.
Nice.
What do you know about her?
She's got teeth.
Stop it. You are a bad man.
She's very good at self-publicity.
She certainly is.
Because this is New Zealand, which is the other side of the world, and lots of people know about her.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. There is an article out there in a fairly serious outlet, which is called 13 Times that she showed the world what a good leader looks like. There is a bit of a love fest for her. Stop it.
Sorry.
Bad man. What do we know about her? Mark?
She has a baby that she brings to work.
Do you know the baby's name?
Jacinda Jr.
Good try. It's Neve Ta Aroha Arden Gayford.
Gayford.
That's her domestic partner's name, is Mr. Gayford.
It's not Gayford-Arden.
No. She comes first.
She is a socialist. This much I do know, much to the chagrin of relatives of mine in New Zealand.
Socialist is a pejorative in many homes these days.
Not like centre-left. I think she's quite left. She's of that radical socialist
ilk. Now, we're painting that as being a bad thing.
Not necessarily, because people obviously like it because she won an election significantly.
Not only did she get 49% of the vote, she got a majority of seats in Parliament.
And for a left socialist government, she did it democratically, which is quite rare.
Oh, look at that.
It happens a lot in Russia that Putin, who's a socialist, wins every time.
And bucking the trend generally around the world, in Western democracies these days, there's generally over the last 10 years a shift to the right.
Here we go. It goes back and forth, doesn't it? I think if you look at the leaders of the larger countries around the world, like America and Britain and... Who's in charge in France? Well, he's sort of middly right,
Yeah. He's wishy-washy. He goes wherever his teacher tells him.
Yeah, no, there has
Merkel.
been Merkel's right.
Yeah.
Putin, you could argue.
Yeah, I would argue Putin's right.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, he's always right. And anybody who disagrees.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you can make the case, and this is going way off topic, that all dictators
Are right.
are right,
Yes.
even when they're wrong, as you joked before. But yes. So she got 49% of the vote. How much is Donald Trump going to get in 2 weeks' time?
See, if he gets 49% of the vote, he will probably win because he got less than 49 last time and won. Because of how the American system works, it's based on college. I think they call it a voting college.
Yes.
So if California goes 90% Democrat, they still only get 55 seats.
To me, it seems so stupid, a system that it challenges the whole idea of the popular vote.
It does, but then the more stable democracies, you could argue, have a first-past-the-post system, like the United Kingdom, possibly like Australia, where you get 40% of the vote, but you control a majority of parliament. So you aren't the winner in terms of the popular vote, but you're able to legislate. So California essentially is Democrat.
Are democracies truly democratic? Letters on a stamped addressed envelope to
BBC.
Yeah.
Anyway.
How's he going to do? 30 seconds.
30 seconds. I think Trump is heading for defeat. But polling is never that accurate. But usually what you find is pollsters adjust for mistakes they made afterwards. America's voting is down to probably 7 or 8 swing states in the middle. The likes of Michigan, Florida, Idaho, Ohio, what was the other one? Pennsylvania.
And Canada.
Not Canada. Canada doesn't get to vote. Puerto Rico does. Canada doesn't.
Right.
But essentially, those states, 6 out of the 8 of them are heading towards Biden. And the 2 biggest ones are heading towards Biden by enough to give him what Hillary Clinton didn't get last time. I don't think Biden's going to win by a landslide. I could be proved wrong. But my money is that Biden will edge in and be the next president of the United States. As long as he doesn't talk for another 2 weeks.
Let's take a break. Biden.
Biden.
G'day, mates. It's not just you boys that enjoy opening a tinny on the veranda after a hard day's slog. My idea of a good night is an icy can or 3 and the good company of Mark and David as they present the almost 30-minute quiz show. I piss myself laughing all night. Or is that the beer? Subscribe now.
Question number 3. What single letter is the name of the punk band founded by guitarist Billy Zoom?
Omega.
No.
Alif.
It might be an English letter.
Oh. The group's called Zoom.
No. The lead guitarist and founder was Billy Zoom.
And you want to know the name of the group?
Yes. You've got a 1 in 26 chance of getting this. But think punk.
Q.
No.
X.
Correct. It was obviously going to be a high Scrabble score.
Yeah. Well, yes, because that's what you associate with punk bands.
Punks do like their Scrabble.
Absolutely.
There need to be more Fs in Scrabble, though. Why are we talking Zoom?
I don't know, Mark. Why are we talking Zoom?
There's a great story this week of the New Yorker magazine legal advisor called Jeffrey Toobin, who didn't quite get that you're supposed to turn your camera off and your mic off when you don't want to be on camera. So he decided to masturbate during a meeting with his camera and mic. I think his mic was definitely on. The camera, I'm not so sure. Strangely, Jeffrey Toobin is now suspended from New Yorker magazine.
That's a splash item, isn't it?
Oh, pull the other one.
Is he a Yankee? In Tokyo, they now have see-through toilets. The public toilets, remember, the Japanese were the first with those toilets that sort of closed in on you and then turned upside down or whatever while they self-washed themselves.
And opened while if you took too long on a dump.
Yes, yeah. So the latest they've come up with is see-through toilets. The idea being, which is a great idea, that you look at the toilet, you decide if it's clean enough for you and you want to go in that one or you want to sort of flush that one by and go on to the next one. Would you go for one of those?
No. And anything where the door could open or anybody can see me, no.
I haven't been wholesome with the truth or full with the truth because what happens is after you go in, they go opaque. Mm-hmm. So you get a bit of the outside light coming in, but people from outside can't really see you.
and you trust that like the opaque material won't fade over time. As long as they've got a bit of red in the glass, because when I'm on the toilet, my face goes very red.
Okay, I just want to challenge you on this. You are prepared to go in a metal tube at 500 miles an hour through the sky, trusting other people to lead you in this metal tube that defies gravity, but you won't go in a toilet on the ground that goes opaque.
I don't have my arse hanging out on a metal plate. So your story was about Japanese toilets. Mine's about Chinese poo.
Very good.
Winnie the Pooh, that beloved A.A. Milne character, and all his friends have been banned in China. Shock horror, why would you ban the lovable Winnie the Pooh?
I don't know, Mark.
No,
would you?
No, I don't want you to join in this time. Why would you ban Winnie the Pooh?
You've got to give me signals. Hand signals, yes.
You are currently getting a hand signal. Because little round fat tubby Winnie the Pooh looks like President Xi Jinping.
The president of China.
Correct. And he's so upset with all these memes comparing him to Winnie the Pooh that he's banned Winnie the Pooh from China. Boo, what a meanie.
And to end this little section, you remember way back at the start of the show today, I was making parody noises that were particularly pathetic. But the reason is that at the Lincolnshire Wildlife Park, they brought in 5 parrots within a week, African greys, and they were donated by 5 different people, so you can't accuse one owner of being responsible for this. But apparently they had rather foul mouths. When the executive director or chief executive, Steve Nichols, would walk past their enclosure every single day, they would say, "Fat twat!" which is absolutely brilliant. So I wonder whether a member of staff was teaching them, whether the parrots were teaching each other these terms and they picked them up from each other. But the staff decided that they need to be retrained, so they've been separated at the moment and are learning politer language.
I've just got this vision of 4 parrots sat there in a little classroom and one pointing to the blackboard going,
Say fuck.
Well, bugger me sideways. Brian Blessed here. The almost 30-minute quiz show is hilarious. Find them on all trusted podcast providers. Subscribe now. Bollocks. I've been goose darlings. Get off. Don't touch my ass.
Question number 4. Who plays the complaints manager in the classic Monty Python complaints room sketch? As in, I wish to register a complaint.
I'm sorry, this is arguments? Would you go to the door on your left?
Exactly. So you know the sketch. Who plays the manager?
Is he a lion tamer?
He could very possibly be.
Okay, it's Michael Palin.
Well done.
There we go. Why are we talking about complaining?
Because we're about to complain. Well,
Yes.
we're not going to complain, but...
In our review section today, we're sort of alternating reviews and listicles at the moment, there was this lovely little exchange from the Gatehouse Steakhouse in Dolgellau in Wales. There was a customer who took part in the UK government's Eat Out to Help Out scheme, which was a way of getting people back in restaurants after lockdown. I think customers could enjoy a night out for £10, and the government would pay the restaurant the rest of the money. And it was a huge success. Restaurants which were closed for 3 months were suddenly all full. But one particular customer was unhappy. I will be playing the voice of the customer, and my colleague David will play the voice of the manager.
I will, boyo.
Okay. Hi, I was booked in your restaurant last night at 6:30, and we had to wait 12 minutes to be seated. We were stood in a line outside. Do you think this is okay? I'm not fucking happy about this.
Hi. I'm sorry there was a line outside. We do give 1 hour and 45 minutes to the early tables. It's very difficult, though, to send people away if they've still got half a drink left and so on.
The food and service was fine, and the steaks were cooked perfect, but I'm still fucking pissed off that you made us wait. We're on holiday and paying your staff's wages, so don't expect to be kept waiting. Piss take.
I'm sorry for the delay. We try to look after everybody, whether they've spent £10 or $40 per head. Our aim is to have people leave with a smile.
Is that the best you can do? I don't appreciate your attitude. I'm in paying your staff's wages and you're getting cocky with me. Are you not going to give me a free meal or some money back for the wait? let's be straight. You either give me a free meal or the money back, or I'm going to report you to TripAdvisor. It's your choice.
I've given an honest reply. It's a no-win situation, really. Kick a customer out mid-drink and make you happy, or have you wait 12 minutes unintentionally. What would you do?
Fine. Fuck you. I'll just write a shit review and fuck up your business. And I'll tell all my friends that you're shit and a dickhead who don't care about customers. You've really pissed me off. You kept my wife waiting 5 minutes as well. That doesn't happen in Wetherspoons. You're double the price as well, you effing blah blah, swear word, swear word, swear word.
Please do your worst. I have zero respect for that site. Achieving a TripAdvisor certificate is not a benchmark for us. That site is more fraudulent. These are not our beliefs on this show. Rather, we are quoting somebody. That site is more fraudulent than Bernie Madoff's pyramid scheme. I could write 5-star reviews for my restaurants on a daily basis, but it has about as much interest to me as the Vegan Society does.
Who the F are you talking to, you cheeky, arrogant bastard? I'll effing slap you if I ever see you again, prick.
I'm at the Gatehouse Steakhouse now. Should you wish to slap me, hands full making 5 kilos of coleslaw, but can take a break, punch, punch, punch.
Twat.
The almost 30-minute quiz show is leaving from platform 4.
Question number 5. Hanoi is the capital of which country?
Hanoi this one. Cambodia.
Close.
Vietnam.
Correct.
What's Cambodia? Feng Shui.
Phnom Penh.
Phnom Penh, that's
Phnom Penh. Not easy to say
My
with a blocked
knowledge
nose.
of that part of Asia is very poor.
We should go there. I've been to Thailand.
That would make a great pod.
Ooh.
Good
We'll
idea.
have a chat about that. Yeah. So why are we talking about Vietnam, David? I don't know, Mark. Why are we talking about Vietnam?
He says my lines.
Vietnamese police seized more than 320,000 used condoms that were being illegally resold to an unsuspecting customer, according to local news reports.
Come again.
That were being illegally resold to unsuspecting customers, according to local news reports. Dozens of bags weighing 360 kilograms were found in a warehouse in Bin Dong province. Apparently they were being washed, reshaped and then repackaged before being resold.
So they were collecting them from members of the public?
I'm not quite sure where they get used condoms from. Not 320,000.
That's the most bizarre story, potentially, that I've heard.
It is pretty gross.
Oh, my God. Was there a happy ending?
Hey! See you next time.